If you've been going to open houses every weekend thinking it's the best way to start your home search, I need you to watch this video because they may be working against you. So you're starting to feel like you may almost be ready to purchase your first home, and you grew up like most people, including me, who went to open houses with their parents over the weekends just for fun. You're probably thinking, this is the next step, right? It feels like the most low pressure, easy way to start looking at homes. I get it. I probably would have done the same thing before I got to know how real estate works. Here's the thing. Open houses can help you a lot, or they can be a big waste of time and actually put you in a worse position if you're not careful. Now, before you click away, I am not saying not to go to open houses. I literally host them, so let me explain. When you go to open houses, you are only seeing a fraction of what's available on the market. I know it doesn't feel like that. You're probably going to open houses every weekend thinking, I'm getting a really good idea of what's on the market. But in reality, you're only seeing the ones that decided to host an open house that weekend, haven't sold before that weekend, or are already sold and you've missed out. There are so many homes that you aren't even seeing. If this is your only strategy, you are one step behind every other buyer that is going to see houses on Fridays and Saturdays. This is why a lot of properties hosting open houses are already conditionally sold. Now, here's something that most people don't realize. When you walk into an open house, everything is strategically designed in order to help make you feel something for that home. I'll be honest, I'm gonna spill the tea right now on everything I do to host a great open house. The home smells good. There was probably a candle going or maybe even cookies baking in the oven. It looks perfect because the sellers have spent hours preparing and perfectly staging the home. It's clean. There's music playing, probably something that goes really well with the vibe of the house. Every light is on and the afternoon sunlight is glowing through the windows. Everything is positioned with intention to get you thinking, I could see myself living in this home. In that moment, you're probably not thinking about the logistics, you're just thinking about how you felt in that home. And you will remember that feeling days after, but it's not the full picture. This is usually where things go sideways. You might walk into a super busy open house and hear people saying a bunch of positive things. And suddenly you're thinking, this one's gonna go fast. Wow, the market is super hot right now. But here's the reality. Open houses can create a false sense of demand because anyone can walk through that home, even if they're not qualified buyers. It can make you feel like you should act quickly or pay more than you normally would, just because you don't want someone else to scoop up the place that felt like home to you. If you are not prepared, you are making a $500,000 decision in panic mode instead of being calm and seeing the big picture. That change in mindset can completely alter what you agree to. Now let's talk about something that actually catches people off guard. The agent hosting the open house is not necessarily there to represent you. In real estate, sometimes a listing agent hosts the open house, or they may ask another agent to help them out. Although that agent may not be actively representing the seller for that transaction, they are still hosting that open house on behalf of the seller. The goal is to market the home and help generate interest. Everything that they do or say is to benefit the seller. It's really important to understand how and if you are being represented as a buyer. I've had buyers come to me after months of going to open houses. They feel completely overwhelmed and stuck because every home had something that they were not expecting. It was out of budget, it was maybe missing something that's super important to them, or it had a drawback that they didn't catch right away. And a big part of that is because they did not have someone actively filtering the homes on their behalf before they even walked through the door. No one was helping them understand what actually meets their needs, their lifestyle, and their long-term goals. So instead, they were just reacting to what they saw in the moment, maybe even when they were just walking down the street. And that gets exhausting very quickly. If you're a first-time homebuyer in Ottawa and you're in that, I'm curious, but I don't really know where to start phase, I do free strategy calls with zero pressure. There's a link in my bio to book a call with me, and worst case, you walk away from it knowing exactly what your next step is, even if you decide that I'm not the right fit to help you. Okay, back to it. So at this point, you may be thinking, Sydney, should I even be going to open houses at all? That is not what I want you to take away from today. Open houses can actually be really great if you use them properly. They're amazing for getting a feel for the neighborhoods that you're looking in, understanding what your budget gets you, figuring out what you like and don't like. But they should be a part of the process, not your entire strategy. What actually makes the biggest difference in your home search is having someone who understands what you're looking for, shows you everything that fits your needs, breaks down the real numbers for you, and helps you walk into homes already prepared. So when you do find the right place, you are not guessing. You're confident and ready to act. So if you've been going to open houses feeling like I'm seeing homes, but I'm not really sure what my next step is, you're not alone. That's exactly where most first-time homebuyers in Ottawa start. If you're in this stage, I would love to help you put a real plan together. Let's get you from walking into random open houses on a Sunday to having access to the best information available on the market and being able to see homes before other buyers do. When the right home shows up on a Tuesday afternoon, you will not be scrambling. You'll be ready. And if you are ready to take the next step, please feel free to book a strategy call. The link is in the description or my bio. And if you're not quite there yet, stick around for my next video.